In the world of Korean Chaebol dramas, fashion has never been just about clothes. It is an invisible form of power that defines a character's status from the very first scene. A cashmere coat, a perfectly tailored suit, or a pair of handcrafted leather shoes can instantly tell viewers who holds authority without a single line of dialogue. That is why when Perfect Crown premiered with its ambitious Chaebol-centered storyline, audiences expected another visually luxurious feast from K-drama. But what no one anticipated was that the biggest controversy would not revolve around the acting or the plot, it would be the wardrobe of IU. Viewers were not merely disappointed. They genuinely began questioning whether the female lead even looked wealthy. Ironically, the drama itself did not completely fail at portraying upper-class elegance. In fact, the styling of Byun Woo-suk received near-universal praise. The actor appeared in a series of sophisticated suits featuring neutral palettes such as black, charcoal gray, beige, and deep navy. The sharp tailoring, structured fabrics, and minimalist layering gave his character the commanding aura expected of a royal figure. Without relying on flashy accessories, the perfectly fitted suits alone highlighted Byun Woo-suk's broad shoulders and tall frame, effortlessly creating the Chaebol energy that Korean dramas constantly strive to achieve. And because the male lead looked so flawless, every weakness in IU's styling became even more obvious. Unlike her co-star's polished appearance, IU repeatedly appeared in outfits that made her resemble an ordinary office worker rather than a woman standing at the top of a corporate empire. The issue was not that the clothes looked cheap or lacked luxury labels. Many pieces actually came from high-end brands. But fashion among the ultra-wealthy has never been solely about logos. It is about silhouette, coordination, color balance, and most importantly, the aura the clothes communicate. And that is exactly where Perfect Crown seems to fail. One of the most criticized looks was the mustard yellow set from Max Mara featured in the latest episodes. In theory, mustard tones are often used in luxury fashion to evoke sophistication and vintage elegance. However, when combined with ruffled collars, puff sleeves, and a knee-length leather skirt, the outfit became a visual disaster. Instead of enhancing IU's petite figure, the look made her appear stiff, older, and completely stripped away the graceful image expected from a young female Chaebol. Audiences did not sense wealth or refinement. They only saw heaviness. This also exposed the stylist team's biggest problem, trying too hard to create an image of elegance through excessive details, only to make the character look outdated and overly complicated. In another scene, IU wore a cream-colored suit from Self-Portrait while standing next to Byun Woo-suk's powerful all-black outfit. This should have been the visual peak of the Chaebol couple. Instead, the frame highlighted the striking imbalance between their images. IU's fitted blazer actually had a flattering waistline, but the trousers lacked proper draping, making her legs appear shorter. The belt, intended to emphasize her figure, only created visual clutter. Even the pearl necklace was criticized for feeling completely disconnected from the modern, intelligent image her character was supposed to embody. Viewers began asking a serious question: what exactly was the stylist trying to achieve with this character? As the drama progressed, it became increasingly clear that IU's character lacked a consistent fashion identity. At times she appeared in a green tweed jacket paired with a frilly blouse and skinny jeans, resembling a mid-level office manager. Other times she wore patterned cardigans with leather midi skirts and oversized belts that made the entire look feel tacky. Even her younger, more casual outfits, such as white tweed jackets paired with wide-leg jeans, t-shirts, and baseball caps, failed because too many elements competed for attention. It felt as though the stylist was trying to turn IU into every archetype at once: a Chaebol heiress, a youthful rich girl, a classic lady, a street-style fashionista, and ultimately none of those identities fully worked. This is particularly dangerous in a drama centered around elite wealth. Because at that level, fashion is not about showing off. It is about consistency. The tragedy becomes even greater because audiences have already witnessed IU at her absolute best in Hotel del Luna. As Jang Man-wool, the singer-actress transformed nearly every scene into a high-fashion runway. Vintage gowns, tweed suits, aristocratic coats, and elaborate haute couture dresses were not just visually stunning, they told the story of the character. Her wardrobe perfectly reflected Jang Man-Wool's personality, arrogant, mysterious, powerful, yet undeniably feminine. Most importantly, the stylists behind Hotel del Luna understood IU's body type. They never tried to force her into the image of a tall Western-style socialite. Instead, they embraced her petite frame through elegant tailoring, classic silhouettes, and carefully chosen statement accessories. That deep understanding of her image helped create one of the most iconic fashion portrayals in Korean drama history. In Perfect Crown, however, IU often looks like she is wearing the clothes rather than living in them. The disappointment even extends to her loungewear and sleepwear. Long robes covered in busy patterns layered over colorful pajamas made the female lead appear messy rather than luxurious. The biggest controversy came from the repeated appearance of chunky Crocs decorated with beads and charms. Rather than adding youthful eccentricity, the shoes only emphasized IU's height limitations and made the styling feel even heavier. Some viewers even joked that she might be the first Chaebol heiress in K-drama history obsessed with Crocs. But beneath all the criticism lies a more fascinating reality. Modern audiences have become far more demanding when it comes to fashion in Korean dramas because they are already fluent in the visual language of luxury. Viewers today are no longer impressed by expensive brands alone. They want wealth to be expressed through aura, storytelling, consistency, and emotional impact. And unfortunately, Perfect Crown may have missed its chance to turn IU into the next iconic fashion symbol of Korean television.